Dear Mom, my 8th grade algebra teacher, neighbors, various former co-workers, and dissenting strangers. I believe now is the time to lay it on the line. You know, to help you make sense of it all. By all technical and legal terms, I am an adult. Past my formative years and idealistic phases, I should have settled into my prime. My most productive, my most comfortable with who I became, my most articulate. That middle part of life where I still have my health, memory, and vigor, but lightly seasoned with the wisdom of travel and education. The part where I refer to things as what I did in my youth, and look how ridiculous I was. But I'm sure you already figured it out. I never grew up. Those are your words, not mine. My idea of growing up is for suckers, and I know the next line out of your mouth is, "That's just a justification for your terminal Peter Pan lifestyle." Well, maybe, but maybe not. This afternoon as I rode my bike down Diversity Avenue, I came to a red light. I pulled over to the side, reached into my left pocket, and pulled out my iPod. I scrolled through the bands and settled on one that never fails to light a fire under my ass. One that pumps blood into my fists and causes me to grit my teeth. The light turned green and I shot forward as if I were being chased. Elbows out, head down, sunglasses on. I raged past the buses and taxis, the afternoon bar crowd, and the clueless tourists in my path. That band, one of countless who can provoke me into action, screamed into my ears, and I responded by gritting my teeth, gripping tighter and pushing as hard as possible. I know none of this makes sense to you. Or maybe it does. Maybe you recall the enthusiasm of your youth. Maybe you have all along, and I never gave you credit. If so, I truly apologize. But maybe you do recall, yet refuse to listen. Maybe you're comfortable in your selfish complacency. Well, then allow me to retract my apology and replace it with a swear finger in response to your cowardice. You remember the words of the bands, the poets, and the artists who shocked you? The ones who gave you reason and who opened your eyes to another world. You remember how you felt when you wanted to pick up a sign and make a difference? I don't know if you ever did, but that's not what this is about. It's about that feeling. That nervous and immediate energy that making you want to vote, paint, and throw rocks all at the same time. Don't you remember the beauty that caused your hands to clench, your mind to race, and your preconceptions of what could be become infinite? It's been a long time since you were a teenager, since you were a college-aged idealist, activist. You got busy. Hey, we all did, because school loans don't pay for themselves, and you wanted to move out and get your own place, and wow, you didn't expect to pay that much in taxes and association fees. Gas, water, electricity, cable, internet, phone, car payment, insurance, your niece's birthday, movies, that shit adds up. I know you're not superficial. You just wanted nice things. Maybe a bigger yard for the dog, and wouldn't it be nice to have 2 cars? That way you wouldn't have to fight to share the one you have. Oops, we got pregnant, surprise. Oh, babies cost a lot of money? Wait, how much a week in diapers? So you tried to get overtime at work or maybe a better job, one that helps you get along a little easier. I understand. Truly. There aren't enough hours in the day. It never seems to stop. Sleep, eat, work, relax for a few hours, and then get to bed. It's been a long time since you were a teenager, and it's not that you don't care, you just don't have the time or the disposable income you once did. But people depend on you now, and it's not so easy to live as carefree as before, when you had little responsibility and could realistically survive on ramen noodles for 3 days in a row. But it never made sense to me. And hell, why should it? So much of what I've encountered doesn't make sense to me. Racism, bigotry, sexism, homophobia, religion, jealousy, English cuisine. I just don't get it. I just don't understand why someone would want to jump into the race when they don't understand what they're running for. So if I hold on to the idealistic thoughts that I can change the world, that I can leave the place better than when I got here, and refusing to die boring is my transparent attempt at holding on to my youth, so be it. Because to me, the idea of growing up is the desire to learn respect. It's in the want to understand why people love one another, why you love them, and how you treat that love, how you can love better and have true friends, real emotions, and the exchange of ideas. It's the refusal of entitlement, self-sabotage, and hate for the unknown, and a rejection of understanding. That's what being a grown-up is to me. And how I do that is not by ignoring what I see. It's not by being complacent, and it's certainly not following the rules and expectations of those who never understood it themselves. I want you to understand that it's nothing against you. If you feel that you're living your life to its fullest extent, more power to you. But I need more. I hate being boring. I hate thinking boring thoughts, and I hate creating boring art. I want to see all that I can, love harder, taste strange fruits, explore cultures, and do stupid things for ridiculous reasons. I'm okay with not making a lot of money. And I know it's difficult for you to believe, but it simply isn't a motivating factor in my life. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay because as an adult, I understand that it's the consequence of my lifestyle. Because being my own boss, talking about myself to anyone who will listen, exchanging ideas, challenging concepts, and riding my bike at 3 a.m. with my friends are not the consequences but the rewards. So yes, as an adult man, I still love and live off of life's little treasures. I still laugh out loud no matter how foolish I look, and I still eat my dessert first because, hey, it's one of the few benefits of being a grown-up.